The Zeta-class cargo shuttle is the most commonly used cargo shuttle and transport vessel in widespread service with the Imperial Navy and local civilian governments. Alongside the Eta-class barge and Gazanti freighter, the Zeta-class played a vital role in keeping the Imperial Navy supplied with food, uniforms, ammunition, and spare parts. The ship measures in at 37 meters long, is 32 meters tall with wings in the upward position, 7 with wings lowered, and is 64 meters wide with wings extended, and 19.5 meters with wings in the upward position. Two main versions of the craft exist, the Zeta A1, which lacks a hyperdrive, defensive armament, and crew amenities, which is meant for short-range missions, and the larger Zeta A2, which features a Class 3 hyperdrive, 5 defensive laser cannon, and crew facilities, allowing it to perform longer-ranged missions across multiple light years. As the New Order rapidly replaced the political, economic, social, and military apparatus of the Old Republic, the new Imperial Navy shifted its focus from the starfighter-centric Venator design towards the gun battleships of the Victory-class Star Destroyer, and from there, in time, to the very versatile Imperial line of Star Destroyer. These designs, massively more capable than the ships which had preceded them, did have one notable downside. They required frequent resupply while underway, conducting their patrols in distant parts of the galaxy. Unlike the Venator, the new generation of capital ships were to spend many years in deep space unsupported, as opposed to the Venator, which were only meant to go a few months in between resupply missions before docking at major resupply stations. These new classes, while capable of carrying huge amounts of supplies, would still require frequent resupply missions at regular intervals to replace material and personnel that was more esoteric in nature. Isolated Imperial garrisons, far more numerous than anything established by the Republic, would also require resupply at intervals, but in quantities too small to require a larger fully fledged freighter or transport like a Gazanti or Pelta. In the early years of the Empire, resources and effort were centered on the expansion of the fleets, warships, and army vehicles. But the need for a dedicated cargo shuttle became more and more apparent as the Imperial military expanded. Finally, in 15 BBY, the Navy had enough and finally began a design competition for a required new cargo shuttle. Bids were tendered by many manufacturers across the Empire, and, after several revisions, Sinar Fleet Systems and several participating subcontractors were selected, with their design being announced as the winning bid. The Zeta-class shuttles began entering service with the Imperial Navy in 13 BBY. Complements of the shuttles were assigned to most major Imperial warships and ground-based stations, quickly proving their value by greatly simplifying Imperial logistics and personnel transfers across the galaxy. In addition to their logistical support roles, the Imperial Navy would employ the Zeta-class shuttle as a means of giving Imperial pilots hands-on flight experience as part of their training courses before they graduated to become fully certified starfighter pilots. Many a TIE pilot would fondly remember their time flying the Zeta-class shuttle, though just as many would detest their service aboard the sluggish and unresponsive ships, dubbing them various names such as Pig. After the Battle of Endor and the collapse of centralized Imperial authority, many warlords and regional factions found that the Zeta-class shuttles were worth more than their weight in gold. The New Republic also would make extensive use of the craft, with captured examples serving long past many other Imperial ship types. During the Galactic Civil War, a number of Zeta-class shuttles would also be seized and used by elements of the Rebel Alliance in various strikes against Imperial installations, outposts, and warships. Most famous of all would be the Zeta-class shuttle used during the Alliance strike on Scarif, the organization's first major action against the Empire, and the means by which the Alliance acquired the plans for the first Death Star. Although not the most glamorous ship type, and not even the most impressive shuttle in use by the Empire, the Zeta-class shuttle fulfilled a valuable role in the Imperial Navy by keeping ships and stations supplied with resources, provisions, and personnel. Staying in use with both Imperial warlords and the New Republic long after most other Imperial ship classes had been retired.